Well, I'm Shenggen Fan, Director General of International Food Policy Research Institute. So today we're very happy to co-host this seminar together with the USDA and Oxfam America. The G20 summit is around the corner. So this year we'll be in Mexico and Los Cabos from June 17 to 19. So this year the global food security will continue to be a central part of the G20 and B20. Back in 2011, it is the first time the ministers of agriculture from G20 countries came together and jointly they made some action plans. International organizations such as IFPRI, the World Bank, IFPRI, WFP, WTO, so 10 international organizations prepared a report called the IO report. And the G20 ministers used that IO report for their debate, for their declaration. So I'm glad to report to you that at least 3 concrete actions were implemented after last year's G20 Paris meeting. The number one is obviously the creation of the Agriculture Market Information System called AMIS. So FAO is leading it, IFPRI is part of this effort. The second is the passing of the legislation in US that seeks to enhance the transparency of the food commodity trade. Number 3 is major international organizations such as the World Bank have really launched a large-scale new risk management tools, especially targeting vulnerable population. Some of the private sector, such as JP Morgan, has also joined that initiative. So many progress have been made. And it is now to really build on the last year's success to continue to push global food security to the G20 debate. So when I was in Mexico about 2 weeks ago, I had a chance to meet with the president of Mexico together with many heads of the international organizations, the private sector CEOs. So we really challenged the president of Mexico to make sure that the global food security will continue to be top priority of any future G20 discussion. So this year, again, the IO group prepared a report focusing on productivity issues to improve agriculture productivity growth and bridge the gap for smallholder families. And the sustainability will be part of the effort as well, particularly the Rio Plus 20. So this year, the sustainability, the green economy will be very high in any debate, in any discussion. So IFPRI has been a strong knowledge provider into these various initiatives and efforts. So Maximo Torero, the Director of Market Institutions and Market Trade and Institutions Division, and his team provided most of the support. So last year, Maximo and I together participated in this G20 summit in Paris. So IFPRI's voice, together with other international organizations, NGOs, the business sectors, provided much needed support into that process. So this policy seminar brings together 3 outstanding speakers who will offer their perspective on what needs to be done by the G20 to advance actions and initiatives to continue to curtail food price volatility, reduce poverty, and assure long-term food security. So we only have a little bit over 1 month. So it's very important to make sure that the knowledge, information supported by research will continue to be used by the G20 leaders. So let me introduce our 3 speakers. Our first speaker is Joe Glauber, who is currently the chief economist at the USDA. He will offer insights from the perspectives of G8 and the G20 country. As you probably know, the G8 summit will be held here in Camp Davis on May 17 or 18, around that time. The US is the presidency of G8. So Joe's unique perspective will be very important for us to follow what have happened and what we are looking for in the next few weeks. So our second speaker, Ray Hoffenheiser, has been the president of Oxfam America for more than 15 years. So he will offer insights from non-government organizations' perspective. Joe knows CGIAR very well. So he used to work for the foundation, Ford Foundation, has been a donor to many CGIAR centers, CIMMYT, IFPRI, and beyond. So our last speaker, Maximo Torero, is the director of IFPRI's Market, Trade, and Institutions Division. So he will offer insights from the IO perspective. If you have any questions about the private sector engagement, so I can also offer my insights. So I am in the group of B20, so the business group. They also try to position themselves to really push how the private sector can influence G20 agenda. So with that, I will hand over the microphone to Joe.